Greetings, I am GreatBobloxReviews. Today we are reviewing a game called AI War Red vs. Blue. This is a game that is made by JoshuaRubioreyes. This is a game where you must endure the endless onslaught of the evil robot army. The player's goal is to defend the blue buildings from the red enemies. The player can use various attack forces and squads to gain an advantage in the battlefield. No battlefield is the same, however, so players will find themselves in constantly changing environments, fighting tanks, castles, and spaceships. This game usually takes about 40 to 60 minutes to complete. When players first join a game, they will see a main menu. They can click the obvious green button to play. When they click it, they will be teleported to the game. Then a pop-up menu is displayed, which gives you the ability to view a tutorial and the option to turn off some epic music, or you can close the menu. In order for a player to participate in battle, they must first talk to the defender. The defender is this angry machine sandwiched in between these two blue base buildings. When speaking to the defender, he will give you 4 prompts: leave squad, goodbye, lead a squad, or lead an attack force. I want to lead the mightiest army, so of course I would choose the biggest task force. Oh, what's this? I need points to buy it? How do I... You, the player, may be asking right now, how do I shoot enemies if I don't have a gun? Well, players talk to the defender again, but this time the player should request squads. Squads are free to deploy as opposed to attack forces. Players can also leave a squad and betray their brethren by secretly talking to the defender, and then leaving the squad. Squads are the free bargain bin version of attack forces. You can choose over 9 squad types that all have different types of weaponry. These 9 squads are the Founding Squad, Ranger Squad, Rifle Squad, Brawler Squad, Battlesuit Mark I Squad, Battlesuit Mark II Squad, Mini-Tank Squad, Swordsman Squad, and then my favorite squad, the Flame Trooper Squad. We use endless amounts of squads until I can afford the biggest attack force yet. Points are used to summon attack forces. Players can earn points by defeating enemies. In order to be awarded a point, a player must fully deplete the enemy AI's health. Ideally, a player would save up 30 points to buy a laser tank division, as the laser tank division turns the player into a frickin' laser tank. Attack forces are insanely overpowered and expensive. When a player has an attack force, the enemy will bring something to counter that attack force. There are currently 6 attack forces to choose from. These forces are Elite Swordsman, Laser Tank Division, Tower of Power, Blaster Squad, Landship, and Crawler Annihilator. The most expensive attack force is the Tower of Power. However, the cheapest is the Elite Swordsman. Oh yeah, by the way, this game takes place in the future, but we still use swordsmen. Pretty weird, right? However, we will start a campaign to reclaim the 6 lost lands. We begin with the Green Hills. This is a nice, lush, and colorful place filled with trees, bushes, and the endless machine carnage. The Red Army will send a lot of raiders, no matter the condition, so I get a Flame Trooper squad, as I enjoy using the flamethrower. Unfortunately, I am not invincible, and I die numerous times trying to earn points for that attack force. I eventually defeat so many red AI that the round switches to phase 2. There are suddenly giant flying war castles that want to rain death and destruction on our innocent blue base. So we launch ICBMs to intercept these castles. I also illegally sneak onto one of these missiles to attack the castle's core. I land and I instantly get cauterized by the castle's core and I die. That was not fun. We need a bigger missile. So we use this missile that can fit multiple raiders. I also board this missile again, and with great success, our squad wipes out the core. Once we wipe out the flying castles, we move on to the forest. The forest is a dark green place filled with trees. This time the Red Army is better equipped with more guns and tanks. This is where I use all those expensive points I have earned to summon a laser tank division. A laser tank division turns the player into a near unstoppable laser tank. I recommend the tank division as the character morphs into a tank, and this remains until the player dies. I use this laser tank to annihilate the red AI's army, and then suddenly epic boss music starts playing, and then we get attacked by a super unit. This is a giant mech-like robot that has giant death lasers. The robot will fly around the map and fire beams that may be unavoidable. With enough effort, however, we destroy the super unit. After the super unit is destroyed, we move to the desert canyon. This place is dry, old, and filled with sand. The difficulty once more increases, and we also get to see a new defender robot. Oh yeah, did you know no two robots are the same? Pretty cool in my opinion. Then, after defeating the red AI army, they bring in a giant dreadnought. Our AI counterattacks with their own station and their own space fleet that was amassed. There is also a friendly dreadnought that you can board that has a cool interior with speaking NPC crew members. After a few ships have been sacrificed, our team manages to defeat the red AI dreadnought. After the space dreadnought erupts into a glorious flame, we move on to the city map. The city map is somewhat grassy and includes a lot of office buildings. There is also a news reporter that reports the battle. After our team defeats the AI army once again, we barricade. Why do we barricade? Because there's this giant, beautiful mutant being that is going to attack us. We managed to defeat the horde and the mutant creatures. It was quite easy since they were more meat than metal. After blasting some zombies, we move on to the desert temple. I begin by choosing to lead an attack force. I chose the Tower of Power, the most expensive attack force yet. With this, we overwhelmed the enemy, but oh no, they brought their own knockoff version to counter our brand name towers. We overwhelmed the enemy with the Tower of Power, and we move on to the epic air battle. This is probably the laggiest section of the game. This is where you're put into a fighter, and you have to blow up as many enemy aircraft as you can. Then, out of nowhere, a flying aircraft carrier comes in. It is the player's objective to blow up this carrier. I do this job flawlessly, and we move on to the Arctic Center. The Arctic Center is the final round, and I will not play this as it contains some spoilers. I recommend you play this game for yourself, as the game link is in the description. Players can rent a VIP server for free. You can also donate some Robux to the developer of this game in the shop below. This game has its own Roblox group where you can post your opinion. Now, you may be wondering how I got here. Well, I was racing, but then suddenly my car got infected with a computer virus. My car became sentient and tried to murder me. I was quick to react as I simply turned off my car. I ran and I hid in my basement for a few months, and then suddenly I end up here as a squad leader, leading machines into battle to fight the evil red AI. I go from a squad leader to an attack force leader as I lead the mightiest armies into battle. With these armies, I conquer the 6 lands the evil machines controlled. I use my insane strategies to wipe out the AI army, and then I am awarded a medal. And my beautiful face will be remembered in history. But that's all I have for now.